Today's episode is brought to you by True Classic Tees. Come on, man. You know they make the clothing, shirts, sweatshirts, sweatpants for the casual person, the one that wants to be comfy, the one that wants to have a little bit of an athletic build up top, but have a little room to play in the midsection. Oh, you see this hoodie? This one of theirs. Shout out to True Classic Tees, man. This is what they do for you, man. They create that type of comfort, that type of loungewear that you need when you're watching sports, when you're kicking it with your family and friends, or you just want to get lost. All right, but the thing that I also love when we talk True Classic Tees is the fact that we have a promo code, and that code is MOATS. You use that, you get 25% off of your purchase at trueclassictees.com. Like I said, man, you can't go wrong with them, man. They have a plethora of options, though, from hoodies, sweatpants, long sleeve t-shirts, short sleeve t-shirts, shorts. Check them out. True Classic Tees. Salute them.
Come on, yeah. Shout out to JuJu. Everything happens for a reason.
No, absolutely, man. I was super happy for him too, bro.
Worked out for him.
Yeah, I was happy for him, man. He did his thing, man. He had an opportunity too, man, to actually like make some plays in the game too, because I know just how people be at times, man. They be ready to just hate on people for the sake of hating on them. So it was definitely good to see, like, you know what, man, I'm glad that you even had critical plays in this game, critical in terms of the drive. We could see your impact. So that way, even if a person wants to hate on you, oh, man, you ain't doing nothing in the game. It's like, nah, you can't even say that now. So, yeah.
He had almost 1,000 yards this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Played good throughout the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
It worked out for him. I think it was a deal that Steelers went their way. He went his way.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a win-win for both sides because do we necessarily draft George Pickens then if we have a JuJu back and just start this whole new era?
Spend
basically
money towards him because even in his role in Kansas City, it's still a role player. Whereas here, we were going to be discussing how much are you compensating him as if he wasn't going to be a role player, as if he was going to be, like you talk about, a George Pickens or somebody that would keep us from drafting a George Pickens. And as we can see, those two players are very different in terms of just their ceiling and how they impact the game. But like I said, it was definitely good to see him, though, have success.
I think he fits the Chiefs perfectly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt if he signs a multi-year deal.
You know what it reminded me of? How Seven would use him. When he started working him across the middle of the field, the little, hey, I'm going to give you the under routes and I'm going to give you if I can get you one-on-one with an LB, like, that's the same thing that Seven would do to him. And when I watched him, I'm like, oh, I've seen this JuJu before. This is perfect JuJu. This is his game right here, man.
Yeah, they got Kelsey. They got a speedster in Hardman. I don't know what his contract's like, but you also got Tony from the Giants. MVS. You got pieces, and then he's just part of that, and he found his niche.
Consistent player. But that's who he is. He's going to catch the passes that you throw to him. He's going to block. He's going to be physical. You know what I mean? He checks all them boxes. He's just not going to be like an all-world, take the top off the defense type receiver, or a guy that you're going to feed the ball like a Steve Smith. He's just not that type of player, but he's still a good piece that you need. And then you saw, man, he definitely showed up for them dudes, man. So shout out to the homie right there, man.
And as we talked about before the game, I didn't necessarily think there was going to be a lot of hate from Steeler Nation on JuJu. I thought it was going to be, if JuJu does well, it was going to be hate towards the front office for not bringing JuJu back. But I feel like that would be a very short-sighted view and way to act because, again, it was just one of those scenarios. It worked for both sides to part ways.
I would agree, man.
Because if we go back to 2021, we were even talking, like, I just don't think it fits. I don't think JuJu coming back works. Because we had Claypool at the time, too.
The dynamic, it just, it made sense. It definitely
Especially
made sense,
with
man.
Us having Seven retire, we're going to have a new quarterback coming in here.
New style of play, potentially.
You never know. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go, UW. Bro, these refs, they swallowed their whistle. And actually, JuJu wanted to come back.
I remember that, yeah.
And he was like, they just
didn't
give me an offer. Like, he signed that cheap-ass deal with the Chiefs. Now, it was incentive-laced, and he hit a lot of the incentives.
He got an extra M for winning the Super Bowl.
How much did he end up getting then?
Wasn't
it like 2 or 3
Yeah,
million? So he's probably 6 or 7 for the total contract.
He hit
good for him.
He definitely caught the mill for winning the Super Bowl. He caught another one for the AFC Championship. Like he checked off a ton of incentives, bro. Absolutely.
That's probably what he's gonna get, I would assume, in the free agent market. What's crazy is MVS got that $10 million deal. Now give him props. He showed up in the AFC Championship, but